And joining us now here on Market Talk, pleased to have with us the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Total Farm Marketing. Brad Peterson is with us here today on the show. Brad, great to have you on Market Talk. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very happy to be here. Appreciate it.
Well, before we jump in, we're going to learn more about an exciting new product that Total Farm Marketing is rolling out. Before we do that, though, I'd love to just take a step back, get a little bit of your history with Stewart-Peterson, obviously, Total Farm Marketing by Stewart-Peterson. How'd you get started with the company? And just give us a little bit of the rundown in your background as to your role.
Yeah, you bet. So I like to say that I kind of grew up in the industry. So my dad actually started the company along with Scott Stewart back in 1985. So literally, I've been there since day one. I've seen the company grow and really proud of the impact that we've made on farmers for the past 35 plus years now. So I actually, after school, after college, I went back and got my MBA. And then I worked in insurance and finance for a little bit and came back to Stewart-Peterson 2013, 2014. So about 10 years ago now.
Fantastic. So, like you mentioned, a lot of history in this business. And I know with Total Farm Marketing by Stewart-Peterson, you guys, again, do a lot of great work, have a really great team there. And as we're moving forward in different innovations, let's talk about Grain Market Insider. I'm very excited to learn more about this, Brad. Just for starters, give us the overview. What is Grain Market Insider?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Before I get into Grain Market Insider, I do just want to say from a compliance standpoint, that Grain Market Insider is provided by our publishing company, which is Stewart-Peterson Incorporated. So what is Grain Market Insider? Grain Market Insider is what we feel is going to be the single source for specific grain market recommendations, along with, very importantly, the why behind those recommendations. So we created Grain Market Insider to be easy to understand, be affordable for grain farmers, really of any size operation. It's going to have all the information a farmer wants and nothing more. So not a whole lot of fluff in there.
Well, Brad, I think you answered my next question. I was going to ask you, why was this started? Why have you guys invested the time and the research into, putting this together? But as you kind of alluded to, I think providing a lot of information for farmers and ranchers is the key.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. For us, it really started with the farmer. And as I mentioned earlier, I come from a family that's been in this business. I come from a family farm background. So for me, it's even more personal than a lot of people. We really, as a company, we care about all farmers, regardless of if they're a customer of ours or not. And we really felt and still feel that it's our duty to give them the absolute best information that we possibly can. So to get us started, we actually spent a lot of time doing farmer surveys, and that really showed us what farmers are looking for, what they don't want, and frankly, what their pain points are. So the ultimate goal was, how do we provide a newsletter that every farmer can afford, and they'll be able to help their farm livelihoods by subscribing and using this service. In my opinion, in this day and age, for the most part, all farmers are really great at production agriculture at this point. And for me, that next frontier, that final frontier, is really marketing. And frankly, most farmers are pretty good at marketing as well. But our goal with Grain Market Insider is, how do we provide recommendations and advice that even the best producers, even the best marketers that you find, they can still find value in this service and help them improve their operations. I mean, you think about how even just adding a few percentage points on your gross income, how much that changes your total profitability on the farm. And our goal is to help farmers add more than just a few percentage points. How do we help them really move the needle when it comes to marketing?
So what makes Grain Market Insider different, in your opinion, as we think about all the different things that are out there and tools that are out there? What makes this stand out, Brad?
Yeah, for me, I think it starts with the fact that we took the time to listen to farmers. So we feel like we really know what they want, and just as importantly, what they didn't want. So we learned from the farmers that as we sit today, there's no single product out there that checks all the boxes for what the farmers tell us they want. So our goal was, how do we set out to create that? And that's what we think Grain Market Insider is. So it's structured, delivered in a way that's going to give them the confidence they need to make confident marketing decisions.
Well, Brad, I know this is a new service. How do you think Grain Market Insider is going to help farmers become more profitable in the long run? We talk a lot on this show about risk management, about being profitable. So how do you think that's going to help farmers?
Yeah, it's going to start by giving specific recommendations that they can follow. So it's not going to be more recommendations than your average farmer might even use in a year. We want to keep it manageable, help the farmers understand the why behind the decision that they're going to make. And ultimately, like I said earlier, the goal is to provide recommendations and advice that even the best farmers, the best farm marketers out there, they can find value in this service and ultimately help them improve their operation.
Fantastic, Brad. Well, what is the cost of Grain Market Insider? How can farmers, ranchers, how can they get signed up? Can you give us some of those details?
Absolutely. So we went with a lower monthly cost of $39.99 a month. Like I said before, we want to make it affordable for all farmers, big or small. So $39.99 per month. Month to month, so it's not a long-term contract or anything like that. We simply want to provide value month over month and keep the subscribers in tune and obviously in a relationship with our company. So we are going to offer the Market Talk listeners a sign up for a free 60-day trial. Again, ultimately to see if it's a fit for their operation or not. Normally we do a 30-day trial, but again, for your listeners, we'll do a 60-day free trial. And you can head right to grainmarketinsider.com, or there's going to be a link that Jesse's going to have that, again, he can share with the listeners as well.
Fantastic. Well, I know our listeners, I think they will appreciate that. And I know folks, again, can find more details, grainmarketinsider.com, as Brad said. Brad, before we wrap it up, anything else you want to share? Any other news of things coming down the pipeline for you guys, or anything else in general before we wrap it up today?
Yeah, you bet. I would say that along with the launch of Grain Market Insider, I think that encapsulates how, as a company, we're always looking to the future and what we can provide our customers to help them with the highest quality information and technology that's out there. So we've been focused on the creation and launch of Grain Market Insider for a while now. I truly believe this is the most up-to-date product that we can provide at this time. But beyond that, we're really excited to get feedback from your listeners and from any farmer out there. So once Grain Market Insider, take that free trial, go ahead and use that. We're excited to hear feedback on that and ultimately how it's impacting their farming operations. So that's our immediate goal, is really to help as many farmers as we can with Grain Market Insider.
Fantastic. Well, again, that website, grainmarketinsider.com. We appreciate the time here today. Brad Peterson, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Total Farm Marketing by Stewart-Peterson. Thanks for joining us here on Market Talk today. We appreciate it, Brad.
Thank you, Jesse.